There always seems to be someone else on the screen at the beginning. Okay, so we are going to do our full moon in Leo practice tonight. And this practice is largely about strengthening the heart space, releasing anything that keeps us from our self-worth, from our self-belief. And that's not a small thing by any means. And one practice isn't going to do that for us. But if we can feel it in our bodies for even a minute, it's something to call back into ourselves when we need it the most. So hopefully this practice will give you some tools. We will have some good meditation. We're going to start in a supported hero. So maybe you can see behind me, I have the bolster set up with a blanket for underneath my bum and a rolled up blanket for my lower back. You can do this in any number of ways. I have it set up with a block underneath, but you can use books, you can use a rolled up yoga mat. So I'll give you time to play around and get yourself set up. The posture itself is knees together, feet wide. And then you want the base of your spine to come to the bottom of your bolster or your pillow, whatever you have. And then walk the hands back and lie down, arms out wide. All right, so this could feel really intense the whole time, not just at first. So closing your eyes and taking your focus inward, finding your breath. And I'll let you get situated. Making sure that you are as comfortable as you can be. So that you can hold this posture. Once the gaze has gone inward, observing and scanning the body from the toes to the crown of the head. Perhaps feeling that earth energy come up through the feet. Long, slow, deep breath. You are entering into a space of peace and ease. Observing your thoughts and memory like images on a movie screen. And each posture tonight will be a question. And the question here for you tonight is, what essential need do you deny yourself? Finding yourself now in a desert, in your mind's eye. In a place where almost no plants can grow, sand and rock. Look around you. What do you need to survive? Would you walk past a source of water and deny yourself the water because you did not think you deserved it? Or would you drink to keep going? If you were there with a loved one, would you give all of the water to them so they had to watch you die in front of them? What good reasons do you have to not give yourself water? When you find it, you drink and feel that cool sensation moving down your throat, cleansing and clearing the throat, and moving down the shoulder and into the heart space. Feel that hydration move through your entire body. And having allowed yourself this water, you now see a clear path out of this desert space. Bringing yourself back into your body. Bring your hands to your feet. Maybe first rubbing the hands together, generating some energy. And then place your hands on your feet, feeling that healing energy travel up through the feet, through the legs, up the torso, the neck, into the head, and down both arms. Like a battery, you recharge yourself for the next little while as you breathe into this posture, as you settle into your body. Begin to stand your hands on either side and walk yourself up to seated. Still using that blanket underneath you, bring your legs out long in front of you. Lifting the crown of the head. Palms to the floor. So the fleshy part of your bum is propped up on the blanket. And you're flexing your toes back toward your face, lengthening the spine. Deep breaths, close your eyes. Always drawing the shoulder blades together and the crown of the head upward. Wiggle the toes to release tension in the knee. Find your breath. And you'll stay here focusing on the length in your spine. Bringing your gaze inward. Noticing any challenging thoughts or energies that arise. Bringing your awareness to the space between your eyebrows. You now find yourself at the edge of a great body of water, an ocean. Observe the behavior of this ocean, the waves, the swirling, the sounds, and the colors. And here you sit at the water's edge, allowing the water to rise up and touch you. The waves run over your leg. The spray of the ocean kisses your face. Unlike the desert, you are completely saturated with the water and with its intensity. Know that you are safe here on the beach. Knowing that no matter what the water does, it will not move you. Drink in this energy. Allow it to fill your body, feeling all the tissues expand with this plump watery energy. Washing over and through you. What part of you is afraid to feel? What part of you is like this ocean, overpowering, maybe dangerous in your view? Can you sit with it like you have with the ocean? And allow it to teach you, to swirl and move and be chaotic around you while still nourishing. If you feel your spine collapsing, draw the crown of the head upward, draw the shoulder blades together. Stay here, releasing rigidity in the leg, the hip, active but soft. As you stay here a little while longer, learning from the ocean. Starting to press into each fingertip, grounding into the earth, perhaps moving off of your blanket, turning over into a table position. You may want to keep your bolster or pillows here, but reduce their height. We're going to take a pigeon pose. So coming into a down dog or from table, bring your right knee to the outside of the right wrist, look toward the left wrist, square the hips, square the shoulder, lift and lengthen. You can use a rolled up blanket underneath the hip. Again, we want to find some level of comfort. And then with a long spine, walk forward, coming over onto your left ear. If you want to take a modification, you can drop the right hip and bring the left thigh up to meet the right foot. Your pillows, bolsters, whatever you have, come in front of the right ankle and walk yourself forward like so. Resting on the left ear. So find whatever is going to be sustainable for you, where your head is supported. Close your eyes, drop into your breath. Let the jaw relax. And when you're ready, bring your awareness into the space between your eyebrows for another little journey. And this time, you find yourself in a forest at night. Looking around you, you see that everything is illuminated. You have night vision, and you can see as clearly at night as you can during the day. And though the color palette is different, the world is vivid through these eyes. You will follow your feet and find your path through this forest at night. And it may not become clear at first, the path that you are following, or what it means, or where it is going, or what you're looking for. But you are trusting this vision in the dark and the guidance of your feet and your heart to move you to the right place. How does the air feel in this forest? What sounds? What other creature do you see moving about in the dark? Perhaps you call one of them to guide you. But know that you do not need them. That you call them only to be your companion, as the path you are walking is for you and you alone to decide. It may start to become clear. You may receive words to describe what this path is, where you are going, what you are looking for. And as you receive these things, they begin to appear around you, where you begin to sense the direction you need to go in next to find them. You may wander deep into this forest, knowing that you are safe, knowing that you can see, and that you know exactly where you need to be. And when you arrive there, you will know. When you're ready, you may come back into your physical body, back to your breath. Again, pressing into the palms, tucking the back toes under. You can shift back into table or down dog. And when you're ready, switch sides. Left knee to the outside of the left wrist, square off the hips. Make sure the back leg is coming out straight from the hips. Walk the fingertips back. Lengthen through the spine. And when you're ready, walk yourself forward. Come down onto your right ear. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Settle in with your breath, relaxing into this posture. Coming into the space between your eyebrows. You now find yourself in a cage. A giant cage, all alone. Bring yourself into this space. Walk the perimeter of the cage, looking out at what is around you. The bars are just close enough together that you cannot squeeze through. And what do you do when you realize that you are in a cage? What are your first thoughts? Who do you think put you here? And why? Sit with these questions at the center of your cage, looking at the gate or the doorway, noticing that there is a lock, knowing that somewhere there is a key. Looking around the cage, you see that there is a mirror. This mirror is one where you can see your whole self. From head to toe. Begin to look at yourself in the mirror, starting at the top of your head. Looking carefully at every feature. At your hair, and the shape and size of your forehead, without judgment. Observing the shapes, texture, color, forms and flesh of your face, across the cheeks, the lips, and chin. Notice if at any point you want to look away. Keep looking. Scanning your body, every feature, over every line. All the way down through the leg. Perhaps you're seated or perhaps you're standing in front of this mirror. Either way, you move your gaze over the entire body down to the feet. And the reflection in the mirror has written something at their feet. If you look closely, it says, "The key is inside of me." Scan your body again and locate the key. But you cannot reach into the reflection. Once you have found it, you have to reach inside of yourself. What will you have to give up? What will you have to gain in unlocking this cave and setting yourself free? When and if you're ready, you may take the key and turn the lock and let yourself out. If you are not yet ready to leave, know that you can always come back to this place at any time, whenever you are ready. You will be waiting for yourself here, and the key is always already inside of you. Begin to bring your awareness back into your body, pressing in each fingertip into the earth, tucking the toes under, pressing into the palm, shifting back into a down dog or table position. Perhaps you pedal out the legs or take some cat cows. Keeping the eyes soft. When you're ready, coming to sit back on your heel. With your bolster in front of you, placing a block underneath once again, or with your pillows creating that ramp. Take a blanket, roll it up, and then turn the base of your spine to the bottom of your pillow, rolled up yoga mat, whatever you have, a spinal support, connecting the soles of the feet together. Wrap the blanket around the tops of the feet, the ankles, and draw it in underneath the thighs, lay back. Open the arms out wide. Relax in. You can also place pillows underneath the knees, the thigh. And feel free to open your arms as wide as feels good here to begin to open the chest. And here we rest, closing the eyes and focusing on your breath. Sit in connection with your heart. Begin to bring your awareness to your solar plexus. And see the two connected by a silver thread that goes in one side and out the other, creating a perfect circle. And from the heart comes perfect feeling. And from the solar plexus, strength. Feel the powerful combination of these two energies. Letting them shine and radiate out from center. Let this be your guide through the next days, weeks, months, years. This is a space that guides you. that drives you, that connects you to your fate. Too much heart and the ocean may overwhelm you. Too much will, strength, and you may be fighting for nutrients, for hydration in that desert space. Feel the balance of the feminine and the masculine. When we say we are aligned, it is when we feel this way in this cauldron of healing in the heart and the solar plexus. The I feel and I am. And we do best not considering the one, the other, the I am to be the feelings or the I feel to be the I am. But when we are considering both at once, I am sad, but I am a survivor. I feel sad. I am a survivor. I feel angry. I am kind. I feel happy. I am complex. Begin to bring your knees in towards center, standing your feet mat distance apart. Knees into center, touching, but releasing tension from the inner thigh. When you're ready, remove everything from your mat and bring yourself down into Shavasana, perhaps putting a rolled up blanket or a bolster under the thighs or knees.
to support the lower back, or just laying out flat. Lengthening the neck, chin tucks gently. Shoulder blades walk in a little bit toward one another, opening the heart space, palms face up. Feet fall open, hips relax. You have arrived in a space of integration. Whether you feel you followed the visualizations or not, you have done a lot of work in your practice tonight. It is now time to rest into the silence, keeping one foot in and one foot out. Remember to focus on your breath, to stay here and there at once. Fade into the rhythm of your heartbeat and your breath. And embrace the silence. Start to bring yourself back. You have the option to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like, or follow my lead through the rebirthing process. If you do choose to stay in Shavasana, I ask that you honor the process when you do eventually move on, giving yourself that time to transition from one state of being into another. And so if you are taking the option of moving on, standing your feet on the earth, grounding those feet, let the knees touch, your right hand comes to your heart space, your left hand to your belly. What are you grateful for today? Let that fill your heart space and travel out with the pulse and with the breath. And we have fortified our gratitude with our practice tonight. We have made space for it. We can properly feel it and honor it with the power of our heart and our will. When you're ready, turn over onto your right side into the fetal position and transition over into a child's pose, knees together, arms to your sides, palms face up, connecting your third eye to the earth if you can. If not, use a block or a book. Connect that space between the eyebrows and gently roll your head from side to side, massaging that space. And like a pendulum that swings from one side to the other, you may start with larger movements and start to slowly bring it in towards center. Feeling now that space reach down into the earth. See an energetic cord extend from your third eye and split into two. One side you release, and the other you receive. Releasing any fears or anxieties that may cloud your intuition. And you do not have to name them. Simply recognize that this is what is happening. And through the other side, you receive. You receive clarity, stability, allowing you to trust your visions, trust your intuition, balancing it with the intellect, knowing that the choices and decisions you make align with your highest and greatest good, and that you alone know the truth of you. Taking this balance with us, this gratitude, we close the circle with connection, coming up to seated. Finding a comfortable seat, perhaps you stay sitting back on the heels. Any meditative posture with a tall spine, the shoulders relaxing down the back. Feel yourself rooted here on the earth. Open in the heart. Inhale the arms up and exhale the hands to heart center. 2 more like that. Inhale the arms up and exhale to center. 1 more time. And release the palms open to your sides. You now receive through your palms the feeling of connection from the root that connects us all in the song that sings the universe. We are connected through empathy, compassion, community, support. All of the ways in which we are not alone, we feel and receive this energy through our palms. Surrendering ourselves to this endless flow of energy, of giving and receiving. From right to left, we receive through the right and give through the left. And this flow is like a prayer, speaking to the divine, the connection that we send to those we love or those we feel are in need. You do not have to love someone to wish for them the feeling of connection. Allow this feeling to grow right to left. Without trapping any of this energy, you are full within yourself. When you're ready, draw your hands to your heart, bow your head to your chest. Thank you so much for joining me for this full moon practice. Much love always. And if you are still in Shavasana, I hope that you can take some time to transition. And thank you so much.